There are things in this world that should never be summoned. Rituals whispered through time, passed down in hushed voices, each with a price. Sometimes your sanity, sometimes your soul. These are not mere games. They are invitations, doorways to things that watch, that wait, that hunger. Tonight, we explore 3 of the most dangerous rituals. Rituals that, if performed correctly, could change your life forever, or end it. Are you brave enough to continue? Have you ever heard of the salt merchant ritual? It is an eerie and mysterious game that invites the unknown into your presence. Those who attempt it must be prepared for what they might encounter. To perform this ritual, you'll need a bag filled with salt, an empty bag, access to a cemetery, burial ground, or similarly sacred space, a large old tree within the location. Begin the ritual at night, under the cover of darkness. Bring both bags to the chosen location and find a tree that feels significant, one that has stood for many years. Sit before the tree, placing the bag of salt to your left and the empty bag to your right. Step 1. The exchange. Take a handful of salt from the bag on your left and hold it in both hands behind your back. Close your eyes and begin to chant. Salt, salt, come by my salt. Repeat this phrase continuously, keeping your eyes shut. Do not stop chanting until you feel something take the salt from your hands. Step 2. The offering. If you feel the weight of the salt lift from your hands and something else placed in its stead, remain still. Once the presence has released you, carefully place the unknown object into the empty bag on your right, without looking at it. Step 3. The departure. Only after securing the received object in the bag may you open your eyes. Stand up and leave the location immediately. Do not turn back. Do not attempt to examine the object until you are far from the ritual site and in the safety of your home. Warning: if you do not feel anything taking the salt, do not force the ritual to continue. Pack up and leave. Under no circumstances should you open your eyes during the exchange. Never perform this ritual in the same place twice. The object you receive should never be discarded carelessly. It carries an unknown significance that could have consequences. The salt merchant ritual is not just a test of courage, it is a transaction with forces unseen. Some say those who complete the ritual successfully gain knowledge or protection, while others believe they are forever marked by the entity they bargained with. Would you dare to make the trade? Have you ever heard of the "Am I perfect yet?" ritual? It's a chilling game that dares you to confront a restless spirit in the dead of night. But be warned, this is not for the faint of heart. To perform this ritual, you'll need a sheet of paper, a pen or pencil, a bathroom with a mirror and a flushable toilet, a quiet environment where you won't be disturbed. Begin the ritual at night, when the atmosphere is thick with silence. Enter the bathroom and close the door behind you. Ensure the lights are turned off, plunging the room into darkness. Step 1. Writing the question. In the darkness, use your pen to write the phrase, "Am I perfect yet?" On the sheet of paper, write carefully, letting the weight of the question sink in. Step 2. Destroying the question. Once written, tear the paper into as many small pieces as possible. Ensure no fragment is left whole. Step 3. The offering: drop all the torn pieces into the toilet bowl. Make sure every piece is accounted for. Flush the toilet, symbolically sending the question into the unknown. Step 4. The summoning: stand before the mirror, close your eyes, and whisper 3 times. Perfect one of them all, come out, come out. After the 3rd recitation, Listen intently. The silence may be deafening, but remain still. Step 5. The response. If you hear a whisper asking, "Am I perfect yet?" your answer will determine your fate. If you answer no, she may respond, "Liar." If you believe that, then you are a fool. This path is perilous and not recommended. If you answer yes, she will question your sincerity, possibly leading to dire consequences. But if you answer maybe, this ambiguous response may confuse her, offering you a narrow window to safely exit the ritual. Without hesitation, leave the bathroom immediately. Do not look back and do not return to that bathroom until daylight. Warning: if you hear anything other than the expected whisper, abort the ritual immediately. Never perform this ritual in a bathroom with uncovered mirrors, as reflections can trap malevolent entities, and always ensure you are alone and will not be disturbed during the ritual. The "Am I perfect yet?" ritual is not just a game. It's a dangerous encounter with the unknown. Many who have attempted it speak of lingering feelings of being watched or unexplained misfortunes. Approach with extreme caution and remember, some questions are better left unanswered. Last but not least, have you ever heard of the Dinner with the Dark Man ritual? This is not just a simple game. It is an invitation, one that once extended cannot be revoked. Those who attempt it say that if you follow the steps precisely, you may meet an entity known as the Dark Man. However, not all encounters end well. To perform this ritual, you'll need a table with 2 chairs, a plate of food, something you enjoy, a glass of red wine or dark juice, a candle, and a lighter, or matches a dark room where you will not be disturbed, and finally, a clock or watch. Begin the ritual at exactly 11:59 p.m. Set the table as if you are expecting company, placing the plate of food and glass of wine or juice before you. The second chair must remain empty. Light the candle and place it in the center of the table, ensuring it is the only source of light in the room. Turn off all other lights and sit down at the table. Step 1. The invitation. Look at the empty chair and say clearly, "I invite you to dine with me, Dark Man." Then bow your head for exactly 1 minute. Do not open your eyes or lift your head before the time is up. Step 2. The waiting. After the minute has passed, lift your head and watch the candle's flame. If it flickers violently or dims, the Dark Man has arrived. If nothing happens, the ritual has failed. Extinguish the candle, leave the room without eating, and do not try again for at least a month. Step 3. The conversation. If the Dark Man has arrived, you may begin eating, but do not drink from the glass. As you eat, you may ask questions. The answers will come in different ways: whispers in your ear, flickers of the flame, or sudden movements in the shadows. Do not ask about your death. Step 4. The conclusion. When you have finished eating, say, "Thank you for your company, but our dinner is over." Then blow out the candle immediately. If the flame does not go out on the first attempt, do not panic. Try again, and if it persists, leave the room immediately without looking back. Warning: never drink from the glass. If at any point you feel watched but see nothing, end the ritual immediately. If you hear knocking from inside the empty chair, do not respond. Leave the room at once. And lastly, never ever attempt this ritual more than once. The Dinner with the Dark Man ritual is not just a test of courage. It is a meeting with something unknown. Some claim they have left with answers, while others say they have been left with a presence that never truly goes away. Would you dare to take a seat at the table?